Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next episode of the Shameless Freedom Podcast. And today I want to talk about what it really means to to be beautiful, to feel feminine. And I'm going to be bold out there and say, sexy is not just about tits and ass. It's so much more than that. And we as a society have been trained and brainwashed to focus on certain body parts of women and claim that we need to focus on feeling sexy from that perspective, right? I mean, just think about many of the women who have gotten breast implants because their boobs were not big enough in their mind and they wanted to lift up the girls, or people who focus a lot on getting the perfect booty. And we shame ourselves for our bodies and how they look because we measure ourselves against unrealistic standards. And the truth of the matter is, we're all beautiful. We don't necessarily always look at ourselves like that. And what I witnessed and experienced at my Shameless Freedom Live retreat was the beauty in each woman coming out and blossoming. There was one woman who basically came in and said, gosh, there are so many women of different ages and sizes and experiences. And she's like, and everyone's beautiful. And it was just interesting how she looked at her own beauty in a different way by noticing the beauty in everybody else. And actually the next day then decided to wear something that was a little out of her comfort zone because she felt like she was in a safe environment to do so. But how often do we say, I don't feel comfortable showing my cleavage, or I don't feel comfortable with a slit in my skirt, or I don't feel comfortable showing my shoulders or skin. I mean, there are many cultures that stop women from actually showing their skin. And we as a society have been taught to hide parts of ourselves. And what I want to talk about here is the beauty in all of the parts of us. It's not just our face, our breasts, our butt, our legs, right? I can remember when I interviewed men for my book series and asked them what they thought beauty was in a woman. I'm like, are you a boob man? Are you a butt man? And some men would say one or the other, right? And some basically said, I just love everything about it. Like, I don't need boobs or a butt or whatever. It's the essence of the woman. And our photographer who we had at the retreat, Ranka, was absolutely amazing with every single one of the women. We did, I'm going to call it soft boudoir photo shoots. So the intention wasn't, let's bring all your sexy lingerie and, get yourself out to the heels in the nines, right? It was, how can you soften into your body? How can you love your body in a different kind of way? There are so many women that don't love their bodies, that believe that there's shame about themselves, that if they've never seen a beautiful picture or what they would deem as a beautiful picture of themselves. And I believe that photography and actually having a photo shoot it's an embodiment practice. Like when we actually take photos of ourselves and post them, right? That in itself is embodying the moment. And it's also a different experience when you have someone who is holding space for you and allowing you to be a little bit more vulnerable than maybe you've ever been. And I was really inspired to share this podcast message for a few reasons. One, all of the experiences that the women had in just dropping in to their body, allowing themselves the space to be free, to experience what it feels like to have that special experience. Because here's the truth. Boudoir photo shoots, they're not cheap. And this was an opportunity for women to get a taste and a slice of what that feels like. It truly is a gift for you. Like there might be some women who say, "Oh, I'd like to do that for my partner." And there are a lot of women who have done it after they've gotten divorced, etc., because it's like, I'm gonna own this for myself. And I have had a variety of photo shoots over the years. Um, I typically do some type of photo shoot at least once a year. It's not always boudoir, but I've had a handful of those, and each experience is different. And I show up different each time. And I'm a different person each time I show up. And when I did my own photo shoot at the event, um, of course, I'm in the middle of hosting an event, right? So it's like, how can you actually be vulnerable in the moment when you're trying to run things at the same time? But hey, you go with the flow, right? And what I found fascinating was my favorite photo. It wasn't what you might think. It wasn't the beautiful facial photo. It wasn't a let's show the sexy cleavage or the legs, what you would normally think of as the hot shot. There was a moment where I had this outfit on and I literally just pulled and slowly took the the lingerie outfit I had on like off. And I intentionally slowly like took it off. And Ranka captured this beautiful photo of my back. Now, I never in a million years would have said, I want you to take a picture of my back and see how beautiful it is. But when I saw that photo, I was mesmerized. I stopped in my tracks and was like, that is gorgeous. I mean, it, it's not about the face. It's not about the boobs. It's not about the butt, the legs, any of that. It was just this beautiful image of this back profile of my body. And a girlfriend even said to me, Jen, like, you really need to talk about this because that photo is gorgeous. And how many of us don't even think about that? Like, you can have a beautiful photo, right? Like, just of the nape of your neck. You could have something where it's literally just a little something off the shoulder, right? It's not necessarily about, let me show all of the body parts or show pieces of the body parts. And and I think we do ourselves a disservice when we strive for perfection in how we look on a daily basis. And I'm so excited to be able to get a picture of myself and post it on the wall. One of the amazing things, which I think is beautiful, is every woman deserves to have a picture of themselves on their wall. And more than just deserves, we all should have a picture of ourselves in one of our rooms of our home, wherever it feels appropriate. And through all of the photo shoots I've done, I realized I don't have a beautiful photo of me, right? I've got family photos, friend photos, right? But like the essence of Jen. And that's what Ranka did for all of us. She wanted every woman to walk away with a photo that they could not only post on Facebook if they wanted, but put in your home. How amazing is that to be able to not just experience the whole part of taking the photos and not just share it on Facebook, which is cool, or branding and social media, but to have that picture in your home that you go look at every day as a reminder of who you are, of how beautiful you are. No matter what shape or size you are, hey, here's the truth. I am not the ideal weight that I want to be, right? Like over the years, like you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. And I went and I took photos knowing that I was a few pounds heavier than I wanted to be. And you know what? It's okay. I mean, I've got photos from 2 years ago that I'm like, oh my gosh, right? Like my body looks fabulous. But this photo is gorgeous. It's stunning. It doesn't matter if I'm 10 or 15 pounds more than I was previously. It's not what it's about. It's about owning the energy of it, honoring it for yourself. So I'd like to ask you, have you ever gotten a photo shoot for you? Have you ever taken the time and allowed yourself to be photographed, to be witnessed, to be in this sacred space of being in that expression, allowing yourself to be pushed to the edge just a little, right? I mean, Ranka did that same thing for me. She's like, all right, let's just push you to the edge a little bit. How can we bring out that next layer of you, right? And sometimes we just need a little bit of encouragement to have that happen. So if you have never had your photo taken by someone professionally, I absolutely recommend it. I think that every woman should have that experience more than once in their lifetime. I remember if anybody watched the Golden Bachelor, um, the I can't remember the lady's name, but I remember she did this lingerie thing and photo shoot and whatever, and all of the other older women that were with her, some of them have never done that before in their lives. And I can remember watching it. Actually, my mother texted me and was like, "Get smart." But like every woman wants to feel beautiful, feel sexy. And there's something different when you allow yourself to tap into that beauty, to be in your body, to let go of the shame, right? I'm not a photographer. That's not my forte, but I partner with a handful of amazing photographers because I believe in the power of this work. And here's the other thing too. What was really cool about the event that I put on is when you are someone who's afraid of this experience, when you can do embodiment practices and be with other women in a safe space and have this happen at the same time, it's powerful. So many women are probably afraid and don't want to spend the money on what it would cost for a large shoot. And I get that. I understand it. It's not a need, it's a want, a desire. But we should be able to have everything we desire. That is what it means to be a woman, to own your femininity, to own the essence of who you are. It's to allow desire to call you forward. Desire calls us forward. It's not about goals and achievements. You really desire what you want. Allow yourself that opportunity to feel into the beauty of who you are. And stay tuned for future experiences of Shameless Freedom Live. I have received so many um, testimonials and requests for wait lists for next year because it really was a transformational experience. Every single woman within 24 hours was transformed and had huge shifts. I'm not just talking about you go and you got inspired. No, this was different. This was women coming together, having a deep, embodied experience in multiple ways, layering on top of one another and sharing in sacred sisterhood. And this is what we need to be able to do with each other and for each other. So if you are interested in learning more, you want to be on the wait list for next year, I'll drop a link below where you can get on the wait list for details. I'm working through some things now, and as information is available, I will absolutely share it with you because not only was this a powerful event for each of the women there, this is the foundation and the groundedness for a movement to take all of the things that we learned in this weekend about femininity, about the balance of masculine, feminine energy. It is not about I am woman, hear me roar. There is a sacredness to our feminine essence when we allow ourselves to open up our heart and be vulnerable. Trust spirit, trust that we will be provided for in love, in money, in abundance, in all of those things. And I know it doesn't happen overnight, but this movement is shifting the world. We are creating a movement to release shame, to break free from shame, to live a life of shameless freedom, to dance like the little girl, to sing and express your heart out, and to be in the embodiment of the beautiful body that you have now. And if you allow yourself to lose weight and put on makeup, whatever, great. But love this vessel that you live in now. Self-love is not just all about the mindset. It truly is connecting yourself with your hands, with your face, with all the different parts of your body so that you can feel that connection with you and that connection with the divine. You are never alone. You are never abandoned. Yes, you are enough, but when you feel it, it's your own fingertips and hands in your body. And if you ever are witnessed in doing that, to you and through you, it's magical.